Hello people, welcome to my channel, welcome to another video. This is my review of the match that took place yesterday evening between Chelsea and Villarreal in the UEFA Supercup, which took place at Windsor Park in Belfast with kickoff at 8 PM UK time yesterday evening, of course. I'm not going to edit this one, so you're just going to get it raw. So what I'm going to do is that I'm just going to give you the lineup that Thomas Tuchel fielded at the start of yesterday's match. I'll give you my thoughts on the match itself, and as always, I'll be giving you guys the positives and the negatives that I took from the match. And lastly, I'll be giving you guys my thoughts on Chelsea's opening day fixture in the Premier League against Crystal Palace, which will be taking place this Saturday at Stamford Bridge, with kickoff at 3 PM UK time, if I'm not mistaken. But anyways, let's just get straight into it. It was a 3-4-3/3-4-2-1 in terms of the formation that Thomas Tuchel chose, and he went with Edouard Mendy in goal. He went with a back three of Trevor Chalobah, Kurt Zouma and Antonio Rudiger. He went with a midfield four, including the two wing backs from right to left of Callum Hudson-Odoi, N'Golo Kante, Mateo Kovacic and Marcos Alonso, and he went with a front three from right to left of Hakim Ziyech, Timo Werner and Kai Havertz. So that is the lineup that Thomas Tuchel fielded at the start of yesterday's match in the UEFA Super Cup against Villarreal. And now for my thoughts on the match itself, and I'm going to kick things off with my thoughts on the first half. I have to say that we were a bit shaky in the first 5 to 10 minutes of the match, but we got into our rhythm. We started to move the ball about really quickly and cause Villarreal some problems. Sorry about that, I just thought I heard something. And in the 27th minute, we got the goal in which we deserved through Hakim Ziyech. It was a brilliant pass from Marcos Alonso that started off the move, which saw Kai Havertz get the ball in the left channel, in a lot of space, by the way, and he just passed it into the box, and it found Hakim Ziyech, and Hakim Ziyech hit the ball into the ground so that it could go over the Villarreal keeper and into the back of the net. It was a great finish. I heard a lot of commentators and pundits saying that it wasn't a good finish at all, but if it wasn't a good finish, then it wouldn't have gone into the back of the net. It's as simple as that. But after that, we took full control of the game, and Villarreal didn't have an answer to our play. Yes, they did create a few chances in the dying minutes of the half, but that was pretty much it for them. They had a little spell at the start of the first half and a little spell at the end of the first half, but I felt as though we were the better team in the first half and deservedly went into the interval with the lead. But now for my thoughts on the second half. I'll be honest with you guys, as always, while I did feel as though we did have a bit of a decent start to the second half, I did feel as though we were giving the ball away quite cheaply in the second half, and I even felt that in the first half, in the spells that Villarreal had, we were giving the ball away quite cheaply. But yes, we didn't really get going in the second half, I'll be completely honest with you guys, and we sort of dropped off and allowed Villarreal to have time on the ball and string a few passes together, and eventually they got their goal through Gerard Moreno. Yes, Thomas Tuchel did make some substitutions, and you can understand why he did that, because of course a lot of the players that are in our squad at this moment in time haven't had a lot of time in pre-season, time on the pitch in pre-season, of course, because a lot of our players went out to serve their countries during the Euro 2020 tournament. So you can understand why Thomas Tuchel made as many changes as he did at the start of the second half. But we didn't really get going, and I'm going to get into the goal. Poor defending from us, and I'm not going to ridicule any specific player, because you can understand why we weren't as sharp as we were in the second half of the 90 minutes, but it is a poor goal to concede. We got dragged about, and Gerard Moreno eventually just stroked the ball into the top corner. I'm not going to blame Edouard Mendy at all, because he had no chance with that. Yes, he did make a mistake prior to the goal where he slipped and he gave the ball away, but he made a really good save to stop the Villarreal player from scoring. But yes, Villarreal did deserve to equalise after their second half performance, and that took it to extra time, which I'll get into now. I'll be completely honest. There's no point in me breaking this down into the first half and the second half, because I felt that we were the better team in the extra time period, but we couldn't score to prove that we were the better team. Yes, Christian Pulisic did have a glorious chance in the dying minutes of extra time, if I'm not mistaken. We did have a few other players have some good chances, but a lot of the shots in which we had in the extra time period were not on target, again, if I'm not mistaken. But I'm just going to leave it at that, because I felt as though we were the better side in extra time. In terms of the penalties, I'm not going to lie to you guys. When I saw Kai Havertz miss his penalty, I thought we were going to lose it from there. But thankfully, Marcos Alonso, let me count. Thankfully, Marcos Alonso, Antonio Rudiger, Christian Pulisic, Jorginho, Mason Mount. Who else? I can't even remember the penalty takers. I know that's bad, but thankfully all of our other players stuck their penalties away. It happens. I'm not gonna slate Kai Havertz for missing a penalty. It's a pressure situation, and you have to commend him for stepping up in the first place. But yes, great penalties from us, some good penalties from Villarreal as well. They took us all the way. They took us to sudden death, and you have to give Thomas Tuchel a lot of credit for bringing on Kepa for the penalty shootout. And one thing I will say about the commentators is that, honestly, to say that Edouard Mendy is a keeper that doesn't mind going off while Kepa comes on is just unnecessary. It's unnecessary. But I'll get into that in a different video, because that is something that needs to be touched on. But yes, overall, I felt as though it was a deserved win. Yes, they took us all the way, and you can argue that it doesn't do us any favours ahead of our match against Crystal Palace. But I'll get into that now. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to watching Premier League football again. It's not going to be easy, because Crystal Palace are now under Patrick Vieira, and I'm not going to lie to you, I do not know too much about the style of football he likes to play, but we'll just have to see. I will do some research, but that is it for this review. I hope you all enjoyed it. Yes, I'm a bit rusty. I haven't done this in ages, but please do like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you're new, and I'll see you very soon for some more videos. Come on, you Blues! Come on, Thomas Tuchel! Let's celebrate the UEFA Super Cup, and peace. Come on, Chelsea!